Hello guys, welcome to SimUK and also Fernbus Coach Simulator. Today I am going to build a tool to assist you in building your repaints for the Neoplan Skyliner. If we just go to the Neoplan right now. There she is in all her finery. So basically there's a few default repaints available when you get the Neoplan Skyliner. But I'm going to produce a tool which will make life easier for you to build and edit and maintain your own repaints. This applies not just to people who already know how to do it, but also those of you who don't really know how to do it. You're going to find this tool really helpful, I hope. And it's also a tool which I would love the community to contribute to. And I will keep adding features and stuff and items and bits and bobs to it so that in the long run, there will be lots of pre-built, totally modifiable repaint items that you can then convert and modify into your own repaint. So this particular tutorial is not really a tutorial as such. I built this tool once already. Some of you will know, I had an issue with my C drive, lost a lot of data. Part of that data was this video, the first version of this video. So I'm just going to put together the repaint tool again and let you watch me do it, and I'll kind of talk you through some stuff. I'll talk you through some stuff so that you can get the gist of what you're doing, and hopefully that alongside the tool will be enough for you to start making your own repaints. That's pretty much the idea. This one will only apply for the Neoplan Skyliner because, to be perfectly honest, the Neoplan Skyliner is 1 billion times easier to build repaints for than either of the Lions coaches. So that's why I'm starting with this one, because it's easiest and quickest to do. It's actually 11 o'clock on Monday, so I'm trying to get this out for 5 o'clock today. So if by some unbelievable miracle I manage to do it, then you should find this video live at 5 PM on SimUK channel, and also the repaint should be available in the workshop. Now it's not going to be fully functioning as of today. I need to start adding some of the stuff that I've already built once before back into it, but over a period of time I'll add new features and it will become better and better and better. And if you guys feel like you want to contribute and add stuff yourself, then you'd be very grateful and much appreciated, and I'll add you to the list of co-contributors. And hopefully this could be like a community project where we just, make life easy for everybody. That's basically what I'm hoping is going to come about as part of this tool. That's a long enough introduction. Let's get on with downloading the default template from TML Studios, and I'll talk you through the bugs that are involved in the template at the moment, which they're aware of and they will be fixing. But for now, at least, I'll show you how to fix those, and that will be part of the tool that I put up on the workshop. Okay guys, so if you head over to TML Studios website, I'll put this link in the description below so you can go straight to it if you want to. Basically, you're not going to need to do any of this because the tool will be built and it'll all be done for you. But just in case, I'll put the link in the description. If I forget, just let me know, please. So we download this. There's 2 versions. They were built within a day of each other, and version 1.01 has an issue with it, which I am going to fix right now. So we'll download the zip file. You have to agree to the Creative Commons license by ticking the box here and submit. That'll download. That was weird. I don't know what that's all about. And here we have the repaint in a PSD file and the .repaint info file as well. Both of these are very important. So we'll copy these and put them into a folder. So you've got the file, you've downloaded the file, now you need to create a folder to put them in. So we go to your documents and then Fernbus Simulator and mods, and this is where all of your mods will go. Now I've already created a folder, Neoplan Skyliner template version 1.0.1, as you can see here. Now the name of this folder is relevant because it needs to be identical in the mod config file and also be referenced correctly in the .repaint info file. So we're going to delete these because I've done a test already this morning, and we're just going to paste these in. So there we have a completely blank set of files. Now you can keep, as long as you create the folder name the same as that, you can leave it the same as that. But obviously I haven't done that. I've named it Neoplan Skyliner template version 1.0.1. So we need to come in here and change the name of this file. Change the name of this file, and then we need to go in here because this is pointing at repaint.png, and I highly recommend that you don't use repaint.png. The reason being, if you start having multiple repaints, you'll accidentally overwrite one with another just because they've got exactly the same name. It's so easily done. So the best thing to do is to change that out so that whatever you call your repaint, everything is called the same thing. I hope that makes sense. So up here we've got repaint name. We can just pop that in. Author, obviously that's going to be TML. Description, obviously that is going to be this again. There we go. Perfect. So I hope that makes sense. We're looking for the Neoplan Skyliner template v1.0.1.png. That is where the repaint is going to be. I hope that makes sense. So if I close this down, you'll see that we don't have a Neoplan Skyliner template version 1.0.1.psd. We need to open up our editor, and there you can see is the repaint. Now if I save this as a PNG, and then go back to the folder, you'll see that we now have a .png file, and it is this file that you'll need to save each time you make an edit, and this will be the one that's read into Fernbus. Now Fernbus, I think, is going to need to restart in order to see this, so we'll just quit out and we'll load her up again. Okay, so as I said to you before, this template is a bit buggy. We just come down here, find the template. There are two major issues with the repaint. One, all of the windows are green. Two, the upper front skylight is misaligned. So we need to fix these things before we can start doing repaints. Now luckily for you guys, I'm going to fix this for you. So all you need to do is use my repaint. Perfecto, huh? Right, okay, so to do that, I'm going to take this whole configuration and copy it and place it into a new mods folder, because I want to keep this one intact so that it's available should I ever want to start again. So go to mods, you'll see that I've already started this. We'll call that old because there's some bits in there I want to keep, and we'll paste, what have I copied? Oh yes. So there we go. Now we need to rename them to match this repaint. So this one will become SimUK Skyliner Kit, and this will become SimUK Skyliner Kit.png. Oh, I need to delete the one that's there. There we go. Okay, so now if I reload this, in fact I don't need to, I can just load this kit. You'll see that that is the same. Oh no, let's refresh that. You'll see that that's exactly the same as this one because it's exactly the same file. Now what I'll do as part of the UK Skyliner kit is clear the windows so that we can actually see them, and also fix this skylight issue. And all this will be done and ready for you in the kit for you to just download and use. Okay, so we're going to load up the SimUK Skyliner Kit.psd, and we're going to make some edits. Let's start off by fixing this skylight issue. Now basically this square here, or rectangle here, is the skylight, and it's positioned incorrectly. So pretty easy to fix. It's part of the black layer. So if we select that and rasterize it, can't say that very well. This is how I rasterize things. It's not the correct way to do it, but it does work. And we're basically going to cut that out and paste it into a new layer here, which will drag up to the top. And then we'll just reposition it. Now I'm going to guess completely that it's somewhere around there. Something like that. Not entirely sure. So what we need to do is save this out as a PNG. Yes, I do. Go back into Fernbus, reload this. Have a look at the skylight. Oh, so close. Look at that. You can see there's just a small bit of green still showing through. So that's easily fixed. We'll grab that. It needs to move to the right, which is actually up. And we'll save again. Reload again. Oh, hadn't finished saving. Let me try that again. File. Save as PNG. I don't think I did that, did I? There we go. And check up here. 72%. Done. Okay, so now when we reload it, it should be perfect. Look at that. Now the only issue is that that isn't see-through. So we now need to fix that. And the reason why it isn't see-through is because underneath this black layer, which is basically the tint of the window, the green is there, which is why all the windows are green, because that green bit is flipping everywhere. So that's the next bit. That's the next bit we're going to fix. Now, to be 100% honest with you, I have already done this once before. The problem I have is I cannot remember how I did it, which is incredibly annoying. The issue I'm finding at the moment is, let me just take a copy of this file. That way, if I cock it up, I can always come back and try again. So, the black can disappear now, because that's all just trim, basically. What we need is the glass. So this is where all the windows are. If I just zoom out, you can see that. Now, you can see that on some of the windows, we've got these stretched lines going across, which are part of the model. God only knows why they're in the glass, why they're in the template. It's not necessary to have them in order to create a template. But what we're going to do is we're going to remove the entire flipping thing somehow. Now, I did it before, but I can't remember how I did it. So that's why I've just saved it, because it becomes tricky. Now, we want to keep the glass just in case. So we'll create a copy. We'll say OK. We'll hide the glass. We'll bring that copy down here to the green, because we're going to merge these two together. And you'll see up here that on the glass layer, that's where the old skylight was, which is in the wrong place. So we're just going to grab that and delete it. So that's now gone. Okay. Now, layer 1 is the new repaint item, the new front skylight. So let's bring all these up to 100%. And then we're going to merge layer 1 and glass copy together. So now that's all part of one layer. And then we are going to merge this and the green together as well. Now this is where it gets tricky, because these lines do not disappear for some reason. Most irritating. Now I genuinely, honestly, cannot remember how I did this before. But I do have a repaint that has perfectly clear windows, so I might just end up swapping over to that because I can't figure out how to do this. But I'm going to have a quick go. We'll have a try first. Now what I would do whilst you're on this layer, which is effectively the base color, we're going to say select color range, and then we want to select all of the black stuff basically. Say OK, that's all selected, and delete. Now that looks pretty good, doesn't it? But if I add another layer in here and paint that in black, you'll see that all those flipping lines are still there. Now, honest to God, I don't know how I got rid of them. I really don't. But we're going to try. Let's start by erasing. Oh, I raised the wrong layer there. Alrighty. Yeah, it's weird. Rather than being lines, they might be gaps. No, they are definitely lines. I'm a little confused. Let me try select color range, the image. It's going to be almost impossible to do this, I think. Yeah, let me turn this on and try that again. So we're on base color, select color range, image, yeah, and we want to get rid of all these white bits. That looks like we got something. Yeah, but that's picked up all the text and all the trim and all the stuff. Okay, we're going to have to turn all this off. Whoops, we're going to have to turn these off because all we're interested in are these white bits. Let's try again. What's this, the third try? Goodness me, let's pick a decent bit. No, that's black. There we go. So we say OK. Hit delete. Well, that genuinely didn't work either, did it? Oh, I'm so fed up. Honestly, I can't remember how I got rid of all these things. Okay, guys, so in my best Blue Peter impression, here's one I made earlier. And as you can see, the windows on this one, if I just put another layer in and make it black so that you can see it, they don't have all those lines and things that were in the other one. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember how I did this, but it's done. This is the template we're going to use. Now, interestingly, what I hadn't done was, fix the front top skylight. So I'm going to have to do that again. And you see also that I've organized things into a very tidy organized system over here. So you have your global folder, which will include things like your wheels, the top window trim. I don't know if you can see that popping on and off. The black trim, which is exactly the same as it was in the original template. The base color, which now has the windows removed properly. So you can change the colour of that very easily. And then I do have a glass layer still so that I can apply different amounts of tint. So if you just see that, I can go completely black, I can go completely white, I can go 50%. Or I can have none at all and let it deal with it itself, which actually does seem to work reasonably well. Near side is where I will place near side images so that it's easy for me to track and edit and update. Within tools we have my color coded coordinator so that you can figure out exactly which part of the bus you need to be looking at pretty quickly, I guess. And also the UV lines. I don't know what UV stands for, but it's pretty important. I don't know if you can see the detail here. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit. You can see that there are the wheels and the hubs and the whatever that is. And there's another thing there, and there's another wheel, and there's some detail there. So all that kind of important stuff, that's what's on the UV. So yes, I just need to move this skylight, which I hadn't done before. So let's just check I have the right piece. Yes, I do. Roof and side trim. So we're going to have to cut this out because it is not in the right place. Then we're going to have to fill this gap with the same colour. That's not the same colour. Come on, be the same colour, please. That's strange. Why are you doing that? That is odd. I want to match that colour perfectly. Or that colour? Will that do? Holy bananas. That's why. Okay, so we want to be that colour. There we go. It's because I had a colour overlay on it. We'll leave that for now. That's fine. That'll do. That does the job. Right, so we'll save that. Create a new layer with that paint, with that skylight in. Oh, crikey. Now, I'm sure there is a way of moving things within a group individually. I can't believe I just did that. But I am not a Photoshop genius, so I don't know how to do that. So I'm just going to take it out of the group for now and position it where I think it needs to go. Something like that. We'll save this as a PNG. Load up Fernbus. Reload it. You can see the windows are now beautifully see-through. I've left the UV line on. Don't worry about that. That's just a mistake. I just need to move it over a tad more. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say 5. And we'll just turn off the tools. There we go. Save as PNG. Now, if you don't know how to do any of this stuff and you were presented with that template, you would have a bit of a tough time getting to grips with it all. Okay, that looks pretty good. Obviously, that's not see-through at the moment. We shall fix that. Uno mementos. Actually, pretty dark. Also, the light effect that you see on the coach in this screen is a bit of a pain. You can see how much darker that side is compared to that side. The tint on the windows is different. It's very difficult to judge how good your repaint is using this. Hopefully this is going to be updated in the future to make this whole repaint process a lot smoother and a lot easier. And with this tool that I'm building for you today, hopefully there'll be more of you making repaints, and it'll be quicker and easier for all of us as a result. So that is the hope. That is the hope. Right. So one thing I haven't done is sort those out. Now that is interesting. How am I going to do that? That is interesting. For some reason, I've covered over these skylights in black again, and I don't think I meant to do that. Definitely didn't mean to do that, and that needs to be removed as it is part of the skylight. So let's do that one first. Oh gosh, I'll do this right in a minute. Okay, that's that skylight done. Just check that that looks okay. You can now see through that front skylight. Hopefully you can see that. It's a bit tricky to show you in this view, but that's the best angle I have. So I just need to clear these 3 other skylights, and then we'll be good to go. We can start putting some repainty type stuff together, and I'll show you how this tool works. Now this isn't an orthodox approach. This is very much somebody who doesn't know how to use... Oh, that was the wrong thing. Somebody who doesn't know how to use Photoshop very well just trying to do as good a job as you can. That's what's going on here. So don't copy my exact techniques. Just allow me the freedom to weirdly do what I'm doing. So we're going to delete this out of here because it's wrong. Do we need to delete all of it or just that bit? Just that bit, I think. Oh, and maybe that bit there. Oh, a bit more. There we go. Okay, so those of you who know how to use this tool probably figured out what I'm trying to do here. Whew. It's never easy, but I bet you're glad you're not having to do any of this stuff. So now we have roof side trim and layer 2 copy trim, and we can merge these two. Now the skylights are clear, which is what they're meant to be. Layer 2 is the base layer. We'll just save that, check it. Make sure it looks good in the game. And then I shall proceed to tell you how to use this tool, I guess. So we load up the game, refresh that. And now you can see that all the skylights are see-through. Except that rear one. Except for the very, very rear skylight. Oh, we're going to have to fix that, I think. There must be another one here. Interesting, interesting. Okay. I think we're going to need we're going to need the tools on. I can see a skyline there. Oh, blast it. Right. All this just to get windows, hey? So we're going to try and copy this shape here as best we can. We'll make it red so it's easier to see. We'll get rid of the stroke because we don't want that at all. That's actually a reasonably good fit. So now I'm going to just move it out of the group so that I can move it freely. Pop it in this gap here. Kind of like that. Then I'm going to merge this with the roof. Oh, I know what I did there. I know what I did there. Okay. And then we'll take the UV off. And then just delete that. Never rains, but it pours. Duplicate that layer. This is very much an arse-about-face way of doing it. If you know how to use Photoshop, you wouldn't be doing any of this rubbish, I tell you now. We're going to name this the black trim. Or maybe, actually, just trim, because it doesn't have to be black. It can be any colour you like. Trim. Okay, and then we're going to take this, we're going to merge it with this one. Rename this to base color. Really have gone arse about face on this one. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Right, finally, all the skylights are as they should be. Only issue now is that we've got that all the black stuff. I didn't really think about this before I did it. Turn that off. Turn that off. So there we go. Finally, this is our base color. We have the trim on top of that. In addition to the trim, we have the top of the window trim, and then we have the wheels. And that is basically the global map for the coach. From there, you can build just about anything. And where the stuff that you can use to build is located is within features. So let's, for example, disabled badge front. So if we turn that on, you can see that a disabled badge pops up there. Let's save this. PNG. Open up the game, refresh. That skylight is now see-through, as it should be. They are all looking rather sexy. Wonderful. And you can see there's a nice big old disabled badge on the front door there. But you didn't have to place it. You didn't have to find the image. You didn't have to work it out. All you'll need to do is go into the features area and turn on what you want and turn off what you don't want. So like these symbols here are part of the National Express repaint that I made. But what I'm going to do is keep adding features in here. So there'll be logos, all sorts of different things, arrows, shapes, swishy lines, all sorts of things. And what I'd like for everybody to do is contribute to the features list and just keep adding new and new and new features. That way, let's say, for example, you wanted these dots, but you don't want it in that color. Well, that's fine, because you can just... Can I do it here? I think I can. Let's say color overlay. There you go. Red, or you can have it green or sky blue or bright yellow, or I think we've done red already. Blue, pink. You can do anything like that. And because they're in a group, you only have to change this top layer and they'll all change. Alternatively, you can change them individually. I have to turn this one off because obviously it's hierarchical. And then they all become black. Now these are a little bit tainted in terms of colour, but that's only because of the way I built them in the first place. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Let me go back a couple of steps here because I don't want any of that rubbish. Turn that off, turn that on, turn that off. So within the features folder is where you can find all the sorts of different things that you want. Now, let's say, for example, you want to build a red boat, a red coach. Then you can just go to base color, color overlay, and now you have a red coach. It's as simple as that. You want to change the trim, color overlay. Let's go sky blue. Oh, that didn't happen. There we go. It's as simple as that. You can just start playing with it and tweaking with it and creating crazy repaints. And let's just, I'll tell you what, for the sake of doing it, let's turn that into a PNG and see how bloody awful that looks in the game. Saving at 70%, now it's finished, we can reload the game, and this green coach will turn into this thing. Actually, that doesn't look half as bad as I thought it was going to. But anyway, there's a little bit of tidying up I need to do here with the tool. I'm not sure what that is. I suspect that's part of the window in this section here, but it actually doesn't exist in the repaint, which means it's going to be there regardless. It's always going to be there. So a bit of tweaking, a bit of tidying required from me to get it up to standard so that you can enjoy it. One last thing I'm going to show you is if you want to change the colour of the wheels, then you can do. Let's go for brilliant white. What's still on there? Satin. Turn that off. I'll be totally honest with you, I don't know why they're not white. Just repaint those, I think. Perfecto. Save as PNG. So if you look at the wheels here, they've kind of got this green thing going on. When we refresh it, you can see they're brilliant white. They're not exactly brilliant white, but they're white. That actually kind of looks like that could turn into a decent looking coach with a bit of TLC or what have you. So that's basically it, guys. I'm going to be working on this sort of sporadically, so don't expect lots all the time. Just it will constantly be updated, and all you need to do is go to the workshop and click to subscribe to it. It will download it to your PC, and it will end up in your wherever you install Steam. You need to find your common folder. I forget now. Hang on, what's it called? Steam Apps Common folder, and then within the common folder you'll find Fernbus Simulator. No. Scratch that. Yeah. So you'll go to Steam Apps, Workshop, Content, and it should be the newest folder in there once you've downloaded it. And then if you keep a shortcut to that folder on your desktop, then you'll always have quick access to get to it. And then as it's updated, you can navigate back to it and grab all the updates and start using that to build your new repaints or update your old ones or whatever the heck you want to do with it. I don't really know how useful it's going to be for you guys. I don't know how much detail you need me to go into in order for you to be able to use it properly. Hopefully I've described it clearly enough for you to understand how it works already. If that isn't the case, then let me know, and I'll go into more detail basically. So this will need a whole load of tidying up and neatening up and fixing and what have you, but basically that's it, guys. And the tool is not going to be much to start with, but it will grow, and if you have any specific requirements, I'd really like to have like a massive diamond on the side of the coach, then just request it and I'll build it, or hopefully some other community members can build stuff and send them in, and it will just grow and grow and grow, and it'll be really quick for people to build new repaints, and it should be really neat and tidy because it's been refined by many people over a period of time. So that's it from me, guys. I hope that's helpful to you. Apologies if it isn't. If it isn't, just let me know in the comment section. I'll go over whatever it is you don't understand, I'll go over again. Maybe I need to make a second video using this repaint tool to show you how to make a repaint tool. Who knows? Who knows? Let me know in the comment section, and if you appreciate the tool, if you like the video, then give me a thumbs up. And if you think I'm an arse, give me a thumbs down. That's basically all I can say. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.